Wave to the camera!
When I was in 8th grade, I was told to write a paper about why we should get rid of organizations like Planned Parenthood. At the time, I didn't know what Planned Parenthood was, but I soon found out it was so much more than just an abortion clinic. Recently, I've heard about people talking about defunding Planned Parenthood, and that's exactly what the Trump organization did July 2017. They prohibit Title X grants for organizations that counsel patients about abortion. This pays for reproductive health care for about 4 million low-income people, according to NPR. About 2 million men and women visit Planned Parenthood each year for health care. About 1 in 5 women have been to Planned Parenthood at least once in their life, according to Odyssey. They offer birth control for those who cannot afford it. There are many types of birth controls. There's the patch, the pill, and the IUD, and there's so many other forms. They can be used to help regulate a menstrual cycle, help with period pains, and also help with hormonal acne. As someone who personally suffers from hormonal acne, it was the only thing that actually ever helped my acne and got my face looking as good as it does today. They also offer Pap tests to treat sexually transmitted diseases, which is actually 42% of what Planned Parenthood actually does. You can also get mammograms to detect breast cancer or screenings for ovarian cancer and testicular cancer, which is 9% of what they do. Also, birth control can decrease your amount of getting ovarian cancer. One woman had to told her doctor that she needed birth control, and he said he could not give a woman a contraceptive because it was against his religious belief, when she actually needed it for her ovarian cyst. She later went to Planned Parenthood and was able to get the help that she needed for her cyst. Planned Parenthood needs to be funded. They should regain access to Title X funding and still be allowed to offer abortion counseling to their patients. Stopping this funding would be violating the separation of church and state, which is the government must maintain the attitude of neutrality towards religion as required by the First Amendment. It needs to be funded to detect important causes like cancer screenings. Each year, 42,000 people die from breast cancer. When the cancer is found early, you have a 99% survival rate. If it is found later and is invasive, you have a 91% survival rate. The photos on the screen show the difference between invasive and non-invasive. I know 3 people who have had breast cancer before: my neighbor, my friend's mom, and my aunt. My friend's mom and my neighbor both had invasive cancer, and they had to get a ton of surgery work done, but they are now healthy. My aunt was able to catch it early enough that she did not have to go through the chemo process, and she is now healthy. This happened all in the duration of the fall semester. She was able to defeat it. 14,000 women also die from ovarian cancer each year, and finding that sooner could also decrease the number of deaths as well. Planned Parenthood provides 360,000 breast exams, 270,000 Pap smears. If an organization like Planned Parenthood keeps offering these services and educating about these services, we could decrease the number of invasive cancers that we find. Another health problem Planned Parenthood addresses is STD testing and treatment. Some people might wonder why to get tested besides the point of not spreading it to others. Well, if you do not find the disease soon enough, it can lead to serious health problems. If you leave an STD untreated, it can increase cervical cancer and infertility. All STDs cause an increased risk of a miscarriage or premature delivery in pregnant women. If the STD is detected during the pregnancy, you can get certain help to prevent the STD affecting your child. Planned Parenthood can treat you if you do have an STD that day. They perform 4.2 million tests and treatments and 650,000 HIV tests. They do offer products that would also prevent STD tests with barriers like condoms and internal condoms. They also have other methods for safer sex on their website, and they also teach the other safe methods as well. So what would happen if we didn't have an organization like Planned Parenthood? Women would lose access to important reproductive and other health services. The number of abortions would actually increase because of fewer resources available. 54% of Planned Parenthood clinics are in rural or underserved areas. 65% of patients are below federal poverty lines, and 60% are on medical care or Title X funding. Some patients might go elsewhere. but that would also forgo screening, causing unnecessary deaths for people who do not want to go to other places. Those who might try to go other places might be surprised because they couldn't be able to get into their doctor like they are with Planned Parenthood right now. Other clinics around the country could not pick up the slack for Planned Parenthood because they are so well populated and there's just not enough reproductive health care around the US. We need to keep Planned Parenthood funded for the health of our country. It provides so many services that affect so many people's everyday lives. If Planned Parenthood stays funded, we can prevent and treat STDs, give access and benefits of birth control, and help find cancer earlier. Thank you very much.